Hey y'all, welcome to Sunshine Haze. I am Aja A, and as you see tarot cards on your screen, that means we are having a new moon forecast. Ahead of time, I apologize. I sound a little stopped up because I have allergies. So, excuse me, please excuse me sneezing and sounding like this. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. Throughout the whole video, maybe I shouldn't be burning sage too, but you know, whatever. Alright, so it is time for a new moon tarot forecast. It is the new moon in Cancer. Shout out to my sign. Although this video is not for Cancer, this video is for Libra, Libra Sun, Libra Moon, or Libra Rising. If you feel like what I'm saying in this video isn't resonating with you, go on and check out your moon or rising sign. I do have a link to a playlist with all of those videos in it down in the description box below. As I said, this is the new moon in Cancer, this new moon forecast for the Cancer lunar season. So we are talking mid-July to mid-August. I think in a couple of my other videos I kept saying mid-June to mid-July, but we're definitely in July and we're talking about July to August. So I'm going to be looking at what's going to be going down for you guys for the next few weeks. Excuse me. If you want some more information, some additional information on what the new moon in Cancer is, or what the Cancer lunar cycle means for you and your emotions, for sure, go on and check out that video. Again, there's a link down in the description box below to that, okay? So let's just go on and get started shuffling here. Today, doing a 5-card spread as I typically do. Ooh, the sun was at the bottom of the deck for you, Libra, so it's good, positive energy. 5-card spread, going to be looking at the energy of this lunar cycle for you. Going to be looking at any crossing energies. Because we're talking about Cancer, on one side we're going to look at something that needs to be nurtured, and then we're also going to be looking at where can we be healing, where can we lend more of our emotional thoughts to what when I tell you guys 4 cards literally just flew out as I was reading. So there's the Mother of Swords, which is the Queen of Swords. And you've got the Hermit card, which those are both cards of observation, kind of taking a step back. So Libra, this lunar cycle for you may be a time in which you kind of detach yourself in order to get a clear perspective of what's going on, taking some time to go within yourself to think about things. And then you've got, excuse me, you've got the Daughter of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, and the 7 of Cups upside down. So, or in reverse. So typically the Daughter of Swords is younger, little less mature version of the Mother of Swords, but this is somebody who is starting to recognize that they need to take a step back and look within themselves. And then you've got the 7 of Cups, which is typically a card of illusion, a card of not knowing what's going on, or things are being topsy-turvy, or not everything is always as it seems. So these cards coming up in reverse, especially flying out with the Mother of Swords and the Hermit, is kind of saying, Libra, you may be in a position right now to where you're not able to tap into your own energy, that own air energy, and get a good grip on your mental. Your mind may be kind of all over the place right now, which could be causing a lot of confusion for you. And with this being in reverse, it could also be saying like the conclusions that you are coming to are not really the ones that you're supposed to be looking for, if that makes sense. These both flew out, and they flew out separately. These flew out to this side, these flew out to this side, and I think what this is saying is, Libra, you've really got to figure out a way to calm yourself, calm yourself on the inside, find some zen. That's what I was looking for. Find your zen, and in turn you'll be able to come out of this energy and all of this conclusion, all of this confusion. Interesting, but that's not your reading. So let me go on. Oh no, let me go on and put these cards back in the deck, and we're going to finish shuffling for you, Libra. What I do want to say is that is a lot of you Libras right now may be feeling like kind of all over the place, and that could be this water energy. Air is kind of like, I put water and earth together, and air and fire together. I say that water and air have similar qualities sometimes, in the sense that we kind of just go wherever the wind takes us, or you know, wherever the stream flows or whatever. But this water energy being attached to emotions, that's kind of where those two energies differ, could have some sort of influence on you, Libra, that's making you in a sense go crazy or make you feel like you're going crazy. Before, as you guys know, if you watch my channel or watch my videos, you know that I shuffle in between readings too before I even start recording, although I do shuffle on screen or off to the side of the screen or whatever, but I always shuffle in between just to place intentions into my deck to know that, you know, we're reading for this particular sign, sun, moon, and rising, and this is what we're reading for. And as I was shuffling before I started recording, the cards were just like, it's typically the fire signs that make my deck do that or make me shuffle like that when I'm doing these readings, but these cards were flipping and flying all over the place, and I was like, okay, all right, Libra, what's this reading finna be about? All right, I think we can actually go on and get started. So what is in store for Libra, Libra sun, Libra moon, and Libra rising during this Cancer lunar cycle? Whoo, crazy. That has happened to me twice in my whole entire history. Oops, sorry guys, in my whole entire history of reading. That flew out and landed on the back of my hand. 3 of Pentacles. So what's in store for Libra sun, Libra moon, Libra rising? So you may be tapping into some sort of stability, Libra, but it's looking like you're not going to be able to do it on your own. You're going to have to reach out to other people, and you're going to have to do so in a harmonious way. You can't... Shoot, gosh, Libra, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, you've got to... Also, don't victimize yourself. I don't know, I'm getting a message. Don't play the martyr. I don't know, that's... Okay, Libra, I want to do this reading for you. Come on now. So what's in store for Libra sun, Libra moon, and Libra rising? Cancer lunar season, mid-July to mid-August. All right, we're just going to stop playing games. Cut the deck. Yo. Seriously? Okay. You guys are wildin'. Cut the deck again. Okay. Also, this is a smooth surface that I'm reading on today, so I apologize for having to straighten my cloth out. All right, what's the energy? That's why this energy is so crazy. You guys are getting ready to start jump into some new shit. Crossing energies. Okay. What needs to be nurtured? Okay. Emotional healing. Ooh, okay. All right, Libra. Let's move that into the frame a little bit more. What was on the bottom of the deck? This was coming out while I was shuffling for you too. We'll talk about that though. We will talk about that. And soul message. Okay. All right. Libra, Libra, Libra. What is popping for you during this Cancer lunar cycle? Good energy. You've got the Fool. So this card coming up is saying whatever is going on, Libra, is something different. It's something new. It's something completely different from whatever it was that you were doing before. And it may not be or look ideal to you, but there's a shift. There's going to be a change, and it could be, because we've got a Pentacles card here, it could be having to do with, you know, your career, your finances, or your living situations. Sometimes your relationships. Pentacles is the Earth suit, which has to do with, I'm sorry, Pentacles suit is the Earth element, which has to do with all those things that I just said. But going back to the Fool, I'm saying just because those cards are next to each other, that's probably what it is in regards to. But the energy for you guys for this next month is there's a shift going on for you, something new. And I do pick up on, you know, the Fool comes in and it does point to new beginnings, new cycles, change. In some senses, it could just be a change. On the other hand, sometimes it does point to being a little bit naive. So what I want to say with this card again is whatever you're going into, Libra, you may not really know what the end game is or even have an idea of what your own end goal is, but whatever this change is, whatever this shift is, whatever this new idea, new beginning, new place, new career, new friendship, new whatever, something that you're putting energy into and is manifesting for you in the physical. Whatever that is, it's going to be very prominent for you during this time, and it is something that is positive. The Fool is typically, when I read, a very positive card, unless it comes out with crazy cards, but surrounding it in the spread. But this Fool energy is just saying, like, Libra, this Cancer lunar season, this in the middle of the summer, is bringing in something fresh, something new for you. The way that things have been going prior to now have not been serving you. It's probably very evident. You're probably, Libra, in a position to where you actually are ready for this Fool energy to come in. You're feeling like, okay, I've been trying to do things this way. I've been doing this and nothing is changing, or I wanted to do it like that and it didn't work out for me. This is saying, okay, Libra, the universe or God or whatever, whoever you believe in, all of that work, excuse me, your efforts aren't going, excuse me, sorry y'all, your efforts aren't going unnoticed. These things are being seen, and it's just all about, divine timing. So now, Libra, is looking like it's about to be the time for you to start to come into start to come into your own, start to actually embark on those journeys that you've probably been thinking about up until this point. Now, what is interesting in the position that could be crossing you or posing a problem for you, Libra, is you've got the Six of Wands. Typically, the Six of Wands is a card of hope. It's a card that points to, being in a tough situation and understanding that, things are very chaotic right now, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. The only way out of the bottom is up. I like to say that. With this card coming up in the, sorry y'all, I'm gonna have to take a drink of water. I was trying to push through, I really was. See how many times I have to stop, excuse me, and drink water while doing your reading. I really do apologize, but I like to keep it very genuine. This is what it is. I like to give you the real messages, and unfortunately, I can't talk every single video. Unfortunately, my allergies do this to me every once in a while, so I apologize. But anyways, this positive, there's hope type of energy is coming up in the position of what's crossing you, or crossing the energy that you're supposed to be tapping into during this time. And what this is telling me, Libra, and this is a theme that has been very prominent in everybody's lives, my own, people that I've been reading for, my friends, my family, we are all doing this thing, and it just comes from, the type of society that we all came up in. We have this thing of always attaching something negative to something that could be a positive. So although we may have an idea, we always have in the back of our minds, well, what if it turns out like this, or it could turn out like that. I tell people, hope for the best, expect the worst. And I'm actually trying to slide away from that, because that's just saying, okay, I really want something good to happen, but I'm expecting something bad to happen. And when it does, I'm not going to be upset because I told myself to expect it. We shouldn't operate in that type of mindset. So this card coming up in the position of what's crossing you, tapping into that new energy, that new positive shift, that new positive change, is your own mental. Even though this is a wands card, I'm going to say that this has to do with your perspective, the way that you're thinking about things. You're feeling like, in a sense, Libra, you're feeling hopeless and feeling, I told one of my best friends this. I did a reading for her, and what did I say? I told her something about feeling sorry for herself. I mean, we're all going through some wild shit right now. I feel like everybody is. This 11 year, it has not been easy, to say the least. But, I told her, I'm like, you can't bring yourself into this negative energy. You can't be feeling sorry for yourself, because where does feeling sorry for yourself get you? Where does feeling sorry for yourself get you? Nowhere but in a sorry ass place. You know what I mean? So instead of having that, well, shit's been so rough, I just don't have any hope, things have been going like this for so long, why should I expect anything good to happen? Libra, you've got to try and come out of that. You guys are an air sign, and you are the scales, so you weigh things out. You guys are for some reason tipping more onto the negative end of your scale. So This card is saying, Libra, you've got to come back into your balance. You've got to come back into feeling that type of balance. And whatever you got to do, I say in a lot of my videos, meditate if you got to. If you're active, go out and do something, play some sports. Or if you're an artist, do something creative or talk to somebody. Whatever you got to do to find your zen, find your peace within. Do that, Libra. Tap back into your balanced air energy and move out of this hopelessness. Move out of feeling sorry for yourself, Libra, because when you have those thoughts, that's what's manifesting in the physical. And right now, it's looking like you don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. You've got the Fool here. You've got something new to start on. So you've got to come out of your old habits, your old thought habits, your old perspective. You don't want to be wallowing here when there's so much more over here. Okay. So the next card that I have coming up in this spread for you guys is in the position of what needs to be nurtured. And you got the Five of Pentacles. And this message is very blunt and to the point. This plays off of the Six of Wands, as I was saying, feeling sorry for yourself or feeling in a sense hopeless. You've got the Five of Pentacles, as I was saying earlier. The Pentacles is the earth suit, or the Pentacle suit resonates or is associated with the earth element. So we're talking about foundations, we're talking about finances, we're talking about, you know, as I said, your living situation or, you know, your career, whatever earthly foundation you have, that is what the Pentacles is attached to. So having the Five of Pentacles come up in the position of what needs to be nurtured is looking like whatever we're talking about here, whatever is giving you that hopeless feeling, is something in the physical. Either your job is not working out for you, either you felt like where you're living you don't like it, or you don't have enough money, or something of the sort. This is a card of depression, this is a card of loss. And so Libra, this card popping up is saying like whatever has happened has left you in this headspace of just feeling defeated, feeling like, you know, there is no up, feeling wilted like this little rose. However, coming up in the position of what needs to be nurtured and playing again off of the Six of Wands, and we're dealing with your full energy, what I'm going to say is, excuse me, Libra, you've got to, again, find a way to tap into your zen, find a way to come back into your peace, because you've got something positive waiting for you. So long as you stay in this mindset of shit has been so rough, so there must not be a way for it to change, you're not going to be able to tap into this full energy. And this is the first card in the majors. This is a very intense energy, and the fact that you have two cards crossing it is saying that these heavy, dense thoughts are really, really strong, really weighing on you. You've got to do whatever type of work you've got to do. Cord cutting has been coming up, and what I do want to tell people, if you do cord cutting, make sure that you prepare yourself for that. Always protect yourself. I read the other day that you should drink a lot of water. It affects everybody differently depending on what you're trying to release or releasing. I would definitely say do some research before you just start cutting cords like that. But that may be something that you need to do, Libra. You may need to do some clearing of your space, of your mental. You may need to burn some sage, burn some Palo Santo, burn some frankincense and some myrrh, you know. Go sit outside, let the wind blow in your hair. You know, if it's raining, go stand out in the rain for a second. Something. Do something, Libra, that is going to move you out of these deep, dark, intense energies when this is coming up in the position that's crossing you. This is actually a happy card, so when it comes up as the opposite meaning, it's very, very strong, very intense meaning. So, you know, Libra, we've got to find a way for you guys to come out of feeling wilted like this little rose here. This is the card that had me like, okay, all right, you guys. This is coming up in the position of where does the emotional healing need to happen. So, I know a couple Libras, and this spread, I feel like, resonates with them, kind of, sort of. So, this Wheel of Fortune card coming up, what I'm going to say on a general level, when the Wheel of Fortune comes up, it points to fate. It points to certain things happening that are inevitable, and it's because they're supposed to happen. Destiny, the wheels are turning. You've got the Fool card in here, so this is saying that whatever this new journey is that you're embarking on, or supposed to be embarking on, this energy that you're supposed to be tapping into, is supposed to be happening for you. This year, being an 11 year, has been very, very karmic energy. So karmic situations, I think for, was it Leo? I think their video is called Karmic Connections. Something, you're starting a new journey. You're starting a new cycle, Libra. Whether you're ready to or not, it's happening. Saturn is in Capricorn. Things are supposed to be crumbling so you can make space for the things that you're supposed to be building upon, and you don't want to be building upon Five of Pentacles energy. The Wheel of Fortune is in the position of excuse me, emotional healing. So what I want to say about that card is everything that's happening over on this end has happened for a reason. Whatever this loss is, this grief, whatever L you feel like you took, you had to take it because you actually couldn't tap into this full energy for sure. And you're supposed to tap into the full energy without dealing with that pain, without dealing with that suffering, okay? Now, this is in the emotional healing position too. So, again, talking about the karmic connections to these spreads. The Wheel of Fortune, something is supposed to be happening. So this is on a soul level too. And we've got the Seven of Wands coming up next, which I will talk about that in a second. This is on a soul level too. So this is just saying, like I said, that L that you took, you had to take it so that you could tap into this new energy. And you really have to move past this energy, because whatever this Fool card is connected to is something that you're really supposed to be involved with, Libra. You're really supposed to be doing something different, and you're about to be being shown opportunities or being given opportunities to tap into this energy. But if you're in this headspace, you're going to be in a position to where you're like, I can't do that, or I don't know if I have the skills, or I don't feel like doing that, especially if you're dealing with depression or anxiety. So yeah, this Wheel of Fortune coming up is saying, like, whatever this is, Libra, it is for you, and you've really got to work on this. So I push meditation. I push doing work with stones and praying. If that sounds good to you, do that. If that doesn't, come up with your own regimen. Figure it out, because something is supposed to be happening for you, and it's supposed to be happening for you soon. Remember, I'm only talking about a month here. In a couple weeks, I'll be putting up videos for the next lunar cycle. All right, Libra, coming up on the bottom in the last position of this spread is your soul message. So this is a message to your higher self, a message to your spirit, or just something to take away with you. You've got the Seven of Wands. Now, I pull this card for myself a lot. And the more I do research about myself and learning about being an 11 and learning about being a little emotional ass Cancer and all of this stuff, all of the things in my chart and all of the things in my numerology, I'm just like, oh, okay, I see, I understand now. The Seven of Wands, when it pops up, it points to a person that has an idea, they have drive, they know what it is that they want. People around them don't necessarily understand it, or whatever they're doing, or the way, or the things that they want to do, they can't really approach it in a quote unquote traditional way. This card coming up in the position of, you know, your soul message is saying the only message for you, Libra, is that you have got to know you are worth it and you are also capable. So whatever it is that is ailing you over here, the Five of Pentacles is a heavy energy. Whatever it is that is ailing you over here, Libra, you've got to understand, you know, you can come out of this. You've got to put yourself into that headspace of doing so. You want to be able to tap into the Six of Wands energy like this. This cross shit, not what we're looking for. You want to be able to tap into that hopeful energy. You don't want to be feeling hopeless. Libra, keep the faith. Keep on pushing. Your light is there, and it is actually shining very bright. People are not always going to fall in alignment with what you think is right, and you're not always going to fall in alignment with what other people think is right. But just as long as you remain moving throughout this life with good intentions, you will be okay. You will be able to light your own way, and you will be completely fine. And this is the path that you are meant to take. You are meant to light your own path, but you're supposed to do it in a way in which you're going so in a making positive moves, taking positive steps, okay? All right, I didn't have to stop again for water, but I need some water. I am out of breath, and and I feel like my throat is itching, and oh my gosh. But I wanted to get all that out to you, Libras. I feel like that was important. I feel like you guys might have the most intense reading so far. I'm only 4 in, but, you know, whatever. Okay, Libra, I hope... I said I wanted to talk about that 7 of Swords on the bottom. That coming up, Libra, especially with all the crazy energy and you flipping all these cards coming out, I think that card is saying, Libra, something you're doing is actually a little flawed and it may be holding you back. So you may need to take a step back and look at yourself. Something that maybe people have been telling you is flawed about yourself, and whether you want to believe it or not, you may need to take some time and release that little secret that you're holding on to and say, okay, I accept that I am this way and I accept that I can change it. Yeah, there's a tower. The tower was coming out for you guys a lot when I was shuffling too, but I was already like, gosh, they're about to get like 5 readings. So things are changing for you, Libra. Things are changing abruptly, it seems like, and for the better. And what I will say to you guys is if you prepare yourselves on a higher level for this change, it will come in a lot smoother than if you continue going throughout and understanding that, you know, you have things that you need to work on or things that you need to work through. That change can really, really come at you with that tower energy. So just be mindful of the way that you're making moves, Libra. And when I say be mindful, I mean that with all puns intended. You are an air sign. You are the scales. Actually tap into your energy. You're a little off balance right now, Libra, and that's okay. It happens. We're not perfect. I'm not a Libra, but, you know, I'm a Cancer. I'm all of my emotions. I'm like, oh, you guys are making a lot of sense to me right now. Not being too logical. But, you know, Libra, just be mindful. Again, all puns intended. Be mindful of the way that you're moving throughout life. Be mindful of the way that you're processing things, and be mindful of the way that you are thinking so that you can manifest positively, okay? If you feel like that reading helped you out or you want some more insight, definitely go on and book a reading with me through my Etsy or hit me up via email. My sister would make so much fun of me right now. She'd be like, via email, you are so funny. You're such a nerd. Like I said, check out your lunar rising sign. If you like the video, go on and hit that little thumbs up button for me down below. If you have any questions or comments, go on and drop them. I check my channel pretty frequently. I'll get back to you within a couple days. If you have any Libra friends or you know anybody cross watching for their Libra boos, go on and send this video to them. You guys always share my videos like crazy, and it's actually how I get a lot of growth on my channel, so I appreciate you. Anything else? If you're still listening to me talk and you haven't already hit subscribe, hit the subscribe button so you can keep up when I put out these new videos. I put them out once a month, and I do have a bonus summer solstice reading out right now. You guys can check that out. Lots of retrogrades going on, coming up on a Mercury retrograde. Goody. Got links. I got all the links down there in the description box below. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time for a wild ass Leo lunar season.